Greetings my fellow Guardians, my name is Story, and in this video we're going to be running through the requirements to complete the Aksis challenge mode in the Wrath of the Machine raid. You can attempt the challenge on either normal or heroic modes. FYI, the footage used in this video was from a completion based on the heroic difficulty. Now if you're completely unfamiliar with the Aksis boss fight, then we have you covered with a full guide along with a superb video on tips to make the encounter that bit easier. The links to both videos are in the description. The Aksis challenge takes place during phase 2 of the boss fight and revolves entirely around the supercharge mechanic that has been present in the raid since the release but largely unused. Now in brief, the Aksis challenge mode is this: go through the motions as normal, take down the captains, pick up the cannons, explode the servitors with the cannons, pick up the charges, throw them at Aksis to take down his shields. Aksis will then teleport, and then one of 3 diamond shaped end plates that the servitors aim to travel to will emit a red spike of Siva light. Now an empowered guardian must then trade an empowerment by slam dunking this plate, which will in turn refresh all guardian supers. If this step is done successfully, a prompt will appear in the left corner of your HUD that reads Guardians Supercharged. Now without a second to lose, another empowered member of your fire team must climb on top of Aksis's back and slam dunk that empowerment to stun him so your fire team can enter the damage phase. There are 3 damage phases, as you know, in each rotation, and you'll need to perform a supercharge on each cycle to complete the challenge. The key to successfully completing this challenge is empowerment, positioning and timing. The guardians that are selected for empowerment have to be seriously focused on their whereabouts and calling them out during this fight. We have the usual setup here. We have 2 fire team members on the left, 2 in the middle and 2 on the right. As empowerment selection is completely random, this kind of positioning is very advantageous. Empowered guardians have one of 2 jobs. You're either going to be looking after the supercharge by dunking the empowerment on the end plate indicated by the red spike of light, or you're going to be climbing onto Aksis's back to stun him for the damage phase. As positioning is so crucial for empowered guardians, we found that calling out the throwing of the last Siva charge to take down Aksis's shield allowed for our team to focus on getting into position. So here I am now calling out final charge being thrown, get into position. This enabled my teammates to locate the end plate over on the left side of the map very quickly and immediately dunk the supercharge, and then following up with stunning Aksis to instigate the damage phase. At this point of the video, I'm empowered on the right. It is my job to ascertain where is Aksis going to teleport to. If he's not teleporting on my side here, then I am a plate slammer automatically, so I therefore must slam this plate and supercharge it very, very quickly. It's important that empowered guardians do not stray too far away from the end plates as well as the location that Aksis teleports to, as the amount of time that you have to dunk the plate and then stun Aksis is extremely slim. A very helpful tip is that the end plate that needs to be supercharged never seem to be on the same side that Aksis teleports to, so empowered guardians can do as I did. Look for Aksis's teleportation. If it's not on your side, then be immediately prepared to slam dunk the end plate for the supercharge. My team managed to complete this challenge in under 8 minutes. We used the technique that involves having a defender titan running a weapons of light bubble, then we had a couple of night stalker hunters shooting tethers to assist in the damage phase, and pretty much everyone was using the dark drinker exotic sword. We did have one member that had a raised lighter, but the damage done was more than enough to take Aksis down in 2 rotations. Now this technique involves dropping the weapons of light bubble directly at the spidery feet of Aksis on the 3rd section of the damage phase and having everyone in the fire team spam the living hell out of the right trigger attack. Now the tethers from your Night Stalker hunters will also aid in boosting the damage potential to its absolute best. So the more damage that you can do in a shorter space of time allows for a smoother run by minimizing the potential of errors and faux pas. If you'd like to see this full completion with all the in-game communications, I've uploaded this to my own channel, so you can head on over there. The link is in the description. Now I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my fire team for a very smooth run. So that's a massive round of applause to Acid Buckshot, Adam 90004, Cardza, Just Jason, the famous Just Jason, the PvP player extraordinaire. You can also find the link to his channel in the description. I heartily recommend going and watching his PvP vids because he's a beast. And huge thanks to iProteus for stepping in at the final moment and looking after the spot that Fallout left. Fallout was helping us as well, but he had to run. He had a very busy evening. And that, ladies and gents, brings us to the end of the video. If you have any questions, I'll try my best to keep up with them, so slap them in the comment section below. That's great. I've been Story Machine. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, then you can slap the indicator of the upward thumb. In the meantime though, folks, smoke as a kipper. We'll be back for breakfast.